In the Philippines, basketball finds you early. It's in the streets, the noise. You don't learn the rules from a book. You absorb the rhythm by watching. And that rhythm always leads to the NBA. The logos, the players, the drama. It sticks. Long before you owned the jersey, you had a favorite team. For fans who grew up that way, there's one spot in Greenhills that brings it all back.
As a kid, I've always dreamt of wearing a jersey. Not even a jersey of my favorite player. As a kid, I just dreamt of wearing an NBA jersey. Kahit sino pa yan. For it to be this accessible to NBA fans in the Philippines is incredible.
Back then, you're either a Laker fan and you pick one player, Magic, or you're a Jordan fan. You stick with Jordan, Larry Bird. I mean, all these players stayed with one team or wanted to stay with one team. They weren't after which is the best team I can go to get a ring. It was, how can I make this team get a ring?
You grow up with it, waking up early to catch the finals, arguing about Braun versus Kobe like it meant everything, memorizing team intros, following the trades like gossip.
My first exposure to basketball was during Michael Jordan's second run, actually. I first learned of him during the third championship when he was playing Phoenix. That's why when he retired, I became a huge Barkley fan. So anytime I come into an NBA store, anytime I watch the NBA or anything related to the NBA, it just takes me back to those first few moments when I fell in love with the game.
There isn't surface-level fandom. This is NBA culture, carried for decades, passed down without question.
When they tell you, hey, that's not something you're gonna excel in, all the more we try. And I think maybe for a time, basketball was that. We were so stubborn that we actually became good at it to a certain level. And now here we are being blessed with spaces like this where we get to celebrate that love that we have for the game.
I think when we talk about NBA fans, we're not just talking about current NBA fans. We have our parents, we have these guys who grew up in the 90s and 2000s, from the Jordan era to the Magic Johnson era. So we want to make sure we're not just talking to the current players, but also we have our hardwood classics that kind of brings you back to the 90s. Again, the Lakers, the Bulls, even to the era of Allen Iverson. So you'll see a lot of those products through the Mitchell & Ness corner.
Step into that Mitchell & Ness section and you feel it. Each jersey, shirt, and cap brings something back. A memory, a moment, a reason to keep watching.
The authentics are always good. I think that's something to aspire for because they're a lot more expensive. So you have to put more thought when it comes to that because it's an investment as well.
You see someone rocking a swingman or a hardwood classic, you already know. They've been here a while. Fandom isn't loud here. It's committed. You watch the replays, you follow the drops. The jerseys, the fits, the colorways, they're not for clout. They're the uniform of people who never stopped caring. In a country where loyalty runs deep, fandom becomes family. And for NBA fans here, the family never left.
Every time I step into this store, I always look for the old school Mitchell & Ness shirts, the old school prints, the loud shirts, the loud prints. I mean, that was the 90s, right? 80s, 90s. It always brings back memories, fond memories.
That's why a shop like this matters, because it brings the history back into your hands.
That's the reason why we're here, right? Like we create a lot of spaces, we create a lot of events, we bring the experience closer to our fans. I mean, I think everyone knows, like a lot of our fans don't have access to the games. They're not able to watch the games live, they're not able to experience the NBA energy. So our role here is to actually bring that experience closer to our fans in the Philippines, regardless if it's events, NBA stores, players coming here, but really just making sure that they get to experience it as close as possible.
So you walk out with a jersey, the one you saw on your hero, the one that reminds you who you were when you first fell in love with the game.
Some places sell you gear, but the NBA store is something else entirely.
This one brings you back. The NBA store is now in Greenhills.